Buzz with Jess Lujan.
We're back with main studio guest, former Senator Bob Klitzkie. Bob, why don't maybe we give this idea to the senators then? You know how the medicinal marijuana bill was passed this last time, and there was some court battles, but in the end, the legislative submission is a legal thing to do, and as we've seen, that they can do this and put it in the for the people to decide as a legislative submission referendum, that type thing where it would be voted by the people come again November alongside people who are running.
Well, a little popular democracy can't be a bad thing, Jess. I suspect, though, that if I were to ask the 10, that's Speaker Juan, Pat Tonietta, Frank Blas Jr., Jim Espaldon, Brant McCready, Tommy Morrison, Tina Rose Munoz-Barnes, Dennis Rodriguez, Mary Torres, and Rory Respicio, they might be worried that the people would get it wrong. Oh, that would be the problem, So
they might not have all the
they might not understand
all the details.
All the details, yeah.
To make a rational decision.
Exactly, yeah. Okay. Because, except for the three that indicted or accused themselves, the three newcomers, the seven, ran under one set of conditions, a salary, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera.
Sure.
So you'd think that they would be able to stay with that through the end of the term. And the same now goes for the other three. But if you could do that, if you could say that, yes, I ran for 60,880, but now I got a chance to raise it to 85.
Sure, yeah.
You might not have enough faith in the public that they would have the wisdom.
Yeah. The public rarely has the wisdom and the insight and the know-how.
Yes.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, sometimes. So I think sometimes we see that in our senators. So I wonder if I might just talk about the St. Nicholas posse for a minute, Jess. So that was the Wampat 10. And then the St. Nicholas posse is Mike San Nicolas, Tom Atta, Frank Uggan, B.J. Cruz, and Narissa Underwood. Narissa Underwood is in a special category because she wasn't there last time, and when she came in this time, she didn't want it.
She didn't want it.
And her votes were along those lines. So the San Nicolas posse came in, and there I'm going to mix a metaphor a little bit. And they saw that the horse had escaped from the barn and was running around. So Mike San Nicolas introduced 4-33 to lock up that barn door really tight, No more raises without a public hearing. No raise takes effect until after the next election, right? And of course, we know that the Wampat 10 pulled the penance, that is the salary rollback. They pulled that out of the bill. So Mike was able to lock up the barn door, and he went out looking for the horse to get that horse and bring him back and put him in the barn. But the Wampat 10 wouldn't allow it. Maybe because they're the ones that let the horse out of the barn.
And the horse is gone.
Yeah, the horse is gone. Yeah.
But let me ask you this, Bob, because, we're wanting to roll this back. Even the editorial yesterday is saying, look, senators, you need to roll this back. Now, again, when you're looking at the salary now, anyone who's never been in the legislature, who was considering before and says, hey, wait, I'm going to be leaving a $70,000 job for $55,000. That's what we were paid when we were in there.
So we start out at 40.
At 40, yeah, that's right. I'm just not going to do it. Now, this could be an enticement for them now. Now, if this is an enticement for maybe newcomers to come in now, they're part of why they're going to run this as well. The work they do, and likewise, I'm able to give up my $60,000, $70,000 job because I'm possibility I can get myself elected to make $85,000. Now, the next legislature, the new ones, if part of why they're running is because now the salary is greater, we wouldn't expect them now to want to roll that back, right? At least the new ones that will come in based on if part of why they ran is because now the salary is higher.
Well, you certainly see a lot more logic in that position because
of course
they didn't run under one set of circumstances,
that's right,
get in office, and then all of a sudden
they
change
the rules.
The circumstances.
Yeah.
Of course, I always wonder what it is that makes a person run for the legislature. I know why I ran. Probably got a pretty good idea why you ran. I wonder, though, if people do it strictly for the money. Some do it for public service, some do it for the money, some do it because, you know, they really think they should be a prince or a princess. We don't elect princes or princesses, right? So it's the best that they could do.
Yeah, yeah.
But you have a good point there that, you know, I don't think we like to see people changing the rules to benefit themselves.
Sure. But the legislature can change. I mean, you can operate a set of rules today. Tomorrow, the legislature can change its rules to operate by a different set of rules, different from what you operated with yesterday.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
That's the prerogative. And so the argument is that, you know, the no public hearing, real quick, because I'm getting the signal here to go, but the argument is this has been publicly heard for forever. What are you talking about? You need a public hearing for this. It has been.
That was what the argument that was advanced, that, well, you know, back in January we had this public hearing, and then we decided that we would pull the legislature and executive salaries out. There's a footnote there because it's too volatile before the election, right?
It was there. We pulled it out, so we put it back in. So the majority rules the minority. We put it in because that bill had its public hearing. Yeah, it was contained in this bill. Yeah. And we removed it.
Now, of course, the rules, if you want to be a stickler for the rules, it says not similar or kind of like. It says identical. And there's a good reason for that.
I got to pay some bills. I got to take a break, Bob.
Okay.
Be right back.